Hello everybody! Welcome back, welcome back. Oh, let's just adjust volume for a second. Hello everybody! Did everyone enjoy part 2? Hope everybody is doing well. Let's see, let's move before Faust starts speaking over. See, I'm not... She'll never not be my home screen. We'll need something very special for her not to be home screen meta to me. That art is just so pleasing, and when I play, it's normally when I drink tea anyway, so we have tea together. It's lovely. And I love the 7 association. Okay, quick, before we jump back in, quick housekeeping. So I've heard this part is quite long. Just given the time frame, we might turn this into a 3-parter. Because technically I have to pop out of the stream for like 5 to 10 minutes for a work thing at a certain point. But maybe it's gonna be a super long one anyway. I'm okay splitting it and doing the rest tomorrow. But let's just see. We'll see how we do. Let's jump back in. I would be curious if people have like a home screen meta, or do they change things up? Nothing left. Before we jump into that, I'm just thinking if there's anything else I wanted to add. Yeah, too. I hope everyone's doing well. Oh yeah, there were nerfs. The parts might be for the best. Dungeon's really long. Okay, so I might check in about progress just so I can choose a good time. Problem is I don't have an exact schedule for tomorrow, so I might again have to do like... I'll plan for this time, but it might not be exact, which I know isn't super helpful for everyone, for planning. But we'll see. Did you... 78 hours? Okay, let's see. We'll go for a couple hours now and see how it goes. 7-8 hours. Well, I'm glad it's chunky. I'm glad there's content. It's funny because I woke up and I was like, oh, I don't see any patch notes. Looking good. And then I woke up and I went back to sleep. And then I woke up again and then there were patch notes. Very quickly. They made me laugh a little bit. Just the way they were worded about the unbreakable coins. We meant them for this reason, but then we didn't do that. So we're back. And I was also checking on my iPad because I was updating it as well. I think these guys are hidden on the mobile devices. I don't think I saw them. So, but I'll definitely... For the next ones, I definitely probably won't look at this until we get into the fight. Also, while we're here, is it even worth it? But probably not. But let's just double check the glossary. Tingshan. Nope, not in the glossary. I was musing about what it would mean if some of these... like mini bosses were, because I guess like disposable mini bosses were like named characters. So I'm like, I want to see people like Tanshin, Yingchun, you know. But then if they were just, I probably wouldn't be happy if they were just like these disposable characters. So I'd probably be even more upset about that. But let's jump in. So I want to do some proper Rupture gaming, so it would be stuff like this. What order do we want? Then we have the problem. I don't know how many, if we're against 3 or what. Hunglo at least can dodge and not mess stuff up, but then... No. We could double slot Faust, but we might not. Hold on. What are these gifts? This one is HP lost, more damage. This is we start with some count, which is very nice. Every turn start. This is kind of silly. So maybe we'll do something like this. Seven, and then that will bring. Maybe we won't need that. Well, let's just see. Malfaust. I didn't get to use her super well yesterday, but I was doing her in like thread excavation stuff, just testing a bit more. I mean, I already thought Ryosho and Otis were incredible units, and she's the same but better and has so much utility. I didn't even manage to like get off her assist defense. Do we grab? Okay, there's Greg. And she's a tank. Yeah, exactly. For some reason, she's tanky, so she can carry the talisman. I mean, I know having the assist defense sort of makes sense for her to have a bit more HP, but she can be the talisman carrier now, which very surprised me. I know people were speculating it, but I wasn't so sure. And this does. I mean, like, the only weakness, and I say that very lightly, is you could say that she doesn't have rupture count on this defense, but you're gonna have Death Right haste up quite easily between 3 Mal units. She's very silly. I'm sure there's gonna be showcases where she does like. I won't be surprised if more than 300, like 500 damage with the skill 3. I didn't even really get a chance to use Ascendant Heisho yet. Let's give it a chance. And there's this whole. She's great even without her skill 4. There's that other. Where's that other part where? Yeah, then there's the Mark of Decay, which I can't even. Don't even know how. Well, I guess 10%. Well, it all builds up. That's right, Fisher. She's speed bind. Well, let's see. She can trigger her skill 3-2 twice per turn. Oh goodness. Oh yeah, 20 poison 4 count. That was hard for me to wrap my head around. I mean, I was expecting like 7 Faust poise kind of thing, just like a little bit of flavor so she can be used on other teams. But no, you're just take the crit.
여기는 인기척이 있군요.
Hello.
하필 지금 다른 후보자를 마주치다니. 왕 씨가 청산입니다.
부상을 입었군. 누구한테 당한 거지?
가치우 그자에게서 겨우 도망쳤어. 혼자 공멸일에 대해 파헤친다는 소문만 들려오다가 홍원을 떠났다길래 다시 나타나지 않을 거라 생각했는데 왜 이제 와서? 동전도 거의 다 빼앗겼어.
Almost all your coins.
그자가 모은 동전 많아 보였나?
그래. 버리춤에 달 자리도 모자라 보일 정도로.
Oh no.
난관이군.
가보.
I mean, given us when we were looking at how he's progressing, he was behind, but did seem to be picking up speed. But although I imagine as we get farther into this, and each candidate themselves have more coins, it'll be easier to like boost your score by that much.
우리가 이 가주 대전을 위해 얼마나 많은 걸 바치고 이뤘는데. 너는 홍원 밖에서 풍족하게 지냈을 텐데 뭐가 아까워서 대전에 참가한 거야? 그 동전들 제발 나한테 넘겨주면 안 돼? 너는 어차피 가주가 될 생각조차 없잖아. 너 같은 게 가주가 되어서 뭘 한다고?
맞는 말씀이긴 하네요. 하지만 동전은 못 드릴 것 같아요. 죄송해요.
잘 들어. 앞에서 누가 건방진 소리를 짓거리면 너는 사과가 아니라 이 몽둥이로 응징을 해야 하는 거야.
몽둥이를 써봤자 저를 미워하는 마음만 더 커질 뿐일 거예요.
아니, 일단 적어도 네 속은 후련해질 거 아니야.
제 마음은 언제나 괜찮았던걸요?
그럼 남은 세가를 모두 동원해서라도 가보 네 것을 빼앗아 다시 기회를 잡겠어. 난 어떻게든 살아남아야 하겠으니까.
곧해야 독이 든 잔을 마시겠다면 어쩔 수 없지.
Wang Qingshan stumbled to her trembling feet, weapon in hand.
네, 여러분들이 그러시다면요.
I beheld two different eyes. One of Honglu, who was willing to let the flow carry him away, and the other of Lin Daiyu, swirling with a kaleidoscope of emotions. Two different eyes, huh? Okay, 5 of you. Here we go. Wicked Deathrite Monk. Wicked, Evil Possessed, Evil Possessed. Okay, let's take a peek. Spirit Talisman School, Talisman Strike, Final Power. For every 4 Rupture on target. 2 Rupture, Omen Talisman. I'm just listening to the music for a sec. When dropping to 0 stack, take gluttony damage and SP damage equal to Rupture potency on self, then expires. When losing Omen Talismans, gain Rupture potency equal to the Oh, you can hear voices! Just adjusting. Let me know if the volume's okay. When losing Omen Talismans, gain Rupture potency equal to the number of Omen Talismans lost, then gain half of Rupture potency lost as Rupture count. Cannot gain additional stacks of this effect while it's already active. Spirit Talisman School, trigger effect. Final power +1 for every 4 Rupture on target. Rupture more on Omen. Okay. Max stack. Max stack 10. Spirit Talisman School, Deathrite Doll, Final Power for 4 Rupture, Rupture count, reduce Omen Talisman on target by 5, defend. Talisman Sorcerer. Whenever this unit inflicts Omen Talisman against an enemy, lose 10 SP. Against targets with Omen Talisman, inflict or deal 0 minus SP on self, % damage, max 30, min 0. Proliferating Misfortune, apply 10 against a random enemy without, on death. All enemies have it, then reduce all enemies Omen Talisman by 1. Inflicting Omen Talisman on enemy. Target already has Omen Talisman, 1 to 2. On target, inflict the same. Defense level down. I don't know, the defense level down just keeps making me laugh. Oh, and she's behind on HP. I don't know, why is it so associated with Rupture? Okay, Final Power. Vile burst, and we don't have that many like evaders here. Trigger effect at under 30 SP. I never liked them using like this minus. It just never. I guess that's how it's represented, but it's not as intuitive to me. Convert the skills final coin into unbreakable, clash lose, reduce the skills. I like this. Final power +1 for every 4 rupture. So much Omen Talisman. On hit without cracking. Reduce the Omen Talisman. It's funny since rupture is the stats that finds it least useful. That's what surprises me so much. Final power +1 for every 10. Reduce. Cannot stagger. Reset SP to 0. Interesting. Oh, you're finishing today? I think I'll split this into, given what I've heard of the length, we might split this. I might finish tomorrow actually. Which is good, because I remember for Canto 7's like final dungeon I was getting tired by the end of the length, and I'd rather do it when I'm a bit fresher. I remember for the final boss I thought if I lose here I don't know if it's the best idea to like start it all over again, so I'm glad I won it the first try. Removal, defend, passives, soul siphon technique. At 50% or less HP, sacrifice a random wicked deathrite monk to heal. Sacrifice, heal 25 SP, recover from stagger. Interesting. Heart of Oppressive Evil. The Evil Clan. Flash power +2 against targets with Omen. Damage up, fragile, panic. And what do you have? Tingshan. I just have these two. Again, kind of what we expect. Talisman Strike. Final power +1 for every 4 rupture on target. Clash power, 2 rupture count. Omen Talisman. Final power for every 4 rupture on target. Clash power +1 for about every 30% missing HP on self. Clash power, Omen. Wounded. Encounter start. Enters the battle with 80% HP. Master of the Deathrite Monks. Turn end at 20 or less HP. This unit siphons 10 SP from 3 random allies with the highest SP to heal its own. A little scary. Damage up. Wicked energy. Take them out. This encounter, if this unit takes damage that brings this unit HP down to half or less, nullify that damage and end the turn. Then move to the rearmost position of the Oh, okay. Rearmost position of the substitution order. When staggered, recover immediately. That's interesting. If there are no more enemies to substitute in, or if there aren't enough of them left, this effect does not activate. The battle's end. When she loses all her HP, the encounter ends. Panic recovery, fix panic, angst. Angst. Omen Talisman, and then what do we... 10, okay. I was gonna be like, do we rush? Like, how do we want to... I mean, I guess it's not really her Dark and Twisted World. Let's just work on these. Who are you? Angst is fear in German. Oh, that's interesting, because that's not necessarily how I'd... what I'd assume. Interesting. I think that term is like false friends. Because I remember it from actually learning Japanese. Because of course we have like the katakana words that sound like English words. Oh wait, what's this? Oh, that's just the artifacts. Or Keyblade? False friends. There's like katakana words that sound like English words but don't actually mean English equivalent. Power counter. Yeah, I guess we're holding off on Talisman for a second. Let's a combat start. Okay.
자, 어느 쪽일지 잘 생각해보라고.
Oh, we should actually we should have started out with representation emitter. I like to get Thoraculge up if we're dealing with all this chip damage. Struggling. Who wants to go against that? House got hit, so actually you're in peak talismaning position. Struggling. Yeah, sorry if I didn't say hello to everyone individually. Hello, hello. Yeah, I've heard the dungeon's long. It's a chunky one, but I'll probably split it into another episode and we'll take our time. Just figuring out how I want to... Part 2 is this long. How long is gonna be part 3? I think we'll... Second dungeon. Oh, you're doubly weak. Anyone not weak? Even if the deal 50% damage. Really like that going. How about we actually something like okay. Oh, negative coins. Oh, there she goes. There. Okay. I'm always. I felt nice to wake up and there not be patch notes. Though it doesn't seem to be like a huge nerf. I'll be curious to hear as we get closer to what the nerf was. Let's work on you. You have snake hands, yes.
흑승 뒷박질 춤. 숨통 끊기. 모든 결과들은 파우스트가 알아.
이건 예상 못했나봐.
부탁하자.
Well, Heathcliff.
다음 목표로.
Up too fast. Let's see. We are close to... Not actually close to a stagger, but that's okay. You need to counter again. Let's... Control... Crash lose. You're going backline anyway. By the end of it.
길 좀 막지 마.
플루드리차 강력 배달 모드 지금.
Comes the poise.
처음으로 숨통이 튀었던 순간을 기억하는.
The horrible noise.
지금이군요.
Oh, they have great animations.
부탁하자.
제작 지역대 플루드리차는 의미 없는 탈색을 지향한다. 배달을 즉시 수행하여 귀하의 목숨을 보장하십시오.
Open one-sided. Let's get death right. Going there. Try and save for a bit of pride resonance in a moment. Faust has her stuff coming up. 91. Three. I mean, why not? Struggling? Oh, is it because your sanity?
개의치 않고 말씀을.
Do you have Strider? You don't have your Strider. Okay, let's swap this around. Just a little bit.
불가 위에
I'm curious. I mean, just from the characters I've seen, there's all plenty of ID
그림자 속으로 가라앉게.
potential. Very curious. And I did end up reading Bao Subtai's story. Okay. Oh, she's back. So yeah, are we okay? Could we get like a 237? We could actually, yeah, go for some talisman. Make sure. Take that one. How far are we in? No idea. Honglu. We take that. And yeah, we can manage these. Just going first, so you'll get the talisman. Before, yeah.
길 좀 막지 마.
플레이사 강력 배달 모습 기록.
Oh, okay, there. There we go. Didn't even need the talisman. We took Wang Qingshan's remaining coins.
개수는 얼마 되지 않지만 그래도 뭐.
이대로 아무 역할도 못하고 탈락하면 돌아가서도 곧바로 죽을지도 몰라.
Almost, I'm glad that they're sort of bringing this up. The sort of, I mean, I guess it's privilege, but again, it's something we haven't really gone into. From doing the Red Chamber was like the whole questions of hierarchy, and at least we're getting a little bit here. And it is interesting to see like the other characters call out Honglu a little bit.
뭐라도 업적이 있어야 동생들 볼 면이 설 텐데.
무시하고 계속 가죠. 어차피 탈락한다고 죽는 것도 아니잖아요.
너는 몰라, 가보. 평생을 구경만 해온 너는 우리가 평생 짊어져야 했던 그 싸움을.
맞아요. 저는 모를 거예요. 앞으로도 그럴 거고요.
Without a reply, she shambled out to the hallways, weeping.
사람이 좋아서 화를 안 내는 것도 아니고 생각했던 것보다 어려운 사람이네요. 홍우 씨는.
그런가요?
공간이 줄어들면서 앞으로도 점점 다른 후보자들을 만날 확률이 높아지겠네요.
네. 그리고 확실해지는 것 같아요. 이곳에서 우리가 제일 주의해야 할 적은
같이요. 그 자기꾸려.
최대한 마주치지 않기를 열심히 바라야겠어요.
아, 이게 이렇게 되나요? 이걸로 12번째 탈락자가 나왔습니다.
확실히 어중이 떠중이들은 모두 탈락하고 그럴듯한 후보자들만 남았겠어. 그건 그렇고 실험실 여기저기 포스터가 많이도 붙어있고.
What kind of posters?
실험 결과를 사람들 앞에서 발표할 예정이었나 봐.
네, 맞아요.
연구자들은 꼭 성과를 누군가에게 보여주고 싶어 한달이나 있단 말이지.
But you gotta present it. That's how you get funding. That's how you network. It's not showing off. It's a necessary part.
뭐 지금은 청소부인지 발톱인지가 죄다 해집어 놨다며. 이 포스터 내용도 어? 뭐야 이거? 어? 왜 멀쩡하냐?
그들은 이 포스터를 건드리지 않았군요. 금기와 조금이라도 연관되었다면 일말의 흔적조차 남기지 않는 그들이 이 포스터를 놔두었다는 것. 이 포스터에서 홍보하는 실험과 그 결과는 금기와 전혀 상관이 없었다는 말이 되겠군요.
He does have the human experiment bias. Okay, fair enough.
네? 그럼 어떻게?
I mean, I gotta be fair. The whole presenting is not my favorite part either. But the whole traveling to conferences, I like the research part, but somebody else can present it.
단순합니다. 이 실험은 공멸일의 원인과는 관련이 없다는 것이죠.
가모라는 사람은 공씨 가문의 손을 빌려 또 다른 실험을 준비했다는 말이 되겠네요. 자기는 빠져나갈 수 있는 모종의 계략까지 꾸민 채로요.
기억이 나요. 저 발표 날이
Sorry.
다가올수록 모두가 들떠했었죠. 공시가가 만드는 화는 언제나 모두의 기대를 뛰어넘었으니.
그런데 가모님, 왜 보옥도련님을 계속 이곳에 데리고 오는 겁니까?
Tiny glasses.
이렇게 어린 나이면 실험에 대해 제대로 이해하지도 못할 테고 데려오는 것도 번거로우실 텐데요.
당연한 걸 묻는구나. 이 실험은 앞으로 홍원의 운명을 좌우할 만큼 중요한 실험이야. 그런 중대한 자리에는 마땅히 대관원에 오기 있어야 하지 않겠느냐.
그렇군요. 그런데 보옥도련님은 영 웃지를 않으시네요. 가문의 귀중한 옥인데 웃고 있는 모습이 훨씬 보기 좋지 않을런지.
그저 존재하는 것으로도 가치가 있으니 때가 되면 알아서 빛이 날 것이야. 자네가 신경 써야 할 건 그 실험이네.
무슨 말씀인지 알겠습니다. 이 실험이 아니라 그 실험 말씀이죠?
The experiment. Let the claws erase everything.
그러고 보니 이제 정말 시간이 얼마 남지 않았네요. 공시가의 세가라면 하나도 빠짐없이 기대에 부풀어 있다고 합니다.
그래, 시간이 얼마 안 남았군. 이제 머지않았어.
Artifact obtained. Fated poster. Effects applied only to one. Number 8 deployed identities. After attack, if the target is defeated, gain 2 poise potency and plus 2 poise count. For this encounter, each unit plus 1 offense level for every one enemy that's defeated at the after attack timing. Okay, so we might not have Honglu take it since he's fine for poise. Oh, stairs! Oh, there might be nothing left.
네, 이제 시간이 얼마 남지 않았습니다. 또다시 공간이 좁아지기 시작합니다. 아까보다 뛰는 게 조금 더 익숙해진 후보자들도 보이는군요. 공간은 줄어들고 줄어들어서 이제 무대는 한층 아래인 지하로 내려갔습니다. 흥미롭군요. 지켜보는 모든 분들 긴장을 놓지 말고 봐주시길 바랍니다.
여기는 어찌 아까보다 분위기가 삭막한데?
이 장소도 실험실 같아 보이긴 하는데요. 뭐라는 곳이었던 걸까요?
I mean, for lab, it's really nice. I mean, just like the big open. I feel like I guess I'm mostly like, most of my experience with labs is like university stuff. Where we tend to be a bit more cramped or like underground and stuff. I was like, it reminds me more of a mall. I'm sure a big, new, fancy research center would be like this.
확실하게 다른 점 하나가 있다면 이곳에 남겨진 것이 하나도 없다는 것이다.
네. 달리 말하면 여기서부터 시작되었을 겁니다. 금기와 관련된 모든 것이.
버티고 있는 후보자의 숫자는 착실히 줄어들고 있군. 우리는 계속해서 동전을 모으기만 하면 된다. 목표를 망각하지 말도록.
Otis gave us a consistent and constant stream of encouragements as we moved from room to room. I hear my stray dog coming. Oh, yeah, there you go. Oh, just jumping in. Yeah, the thing I forgot to do was swap this. Next part's pretty brutal. Okay. I have my stray dog's moral support. I don't necessarily wanna change. I mean, Ishmael's probably not. Hopefully not gonna jump out. I think we want to. Your pursuance. Guess we're an AEDD. Lantern. Guess so. Thank you for the... Why is that disappearing? Thank you for the warning. Okay. Yeah, not my... Despite being a fan of this franchise, I do find I do struggle with gore and such. That's all looking... Yeah, I'd like to get a... Oh, right, I was using a support, what was I thinking? One of you... There's one of the EDD. I think we'll stick with Thoracalgia. Oh, I forgot. I was like, why is my soda up type 4? I think we will stick with that. Oh, okay. Oh, wow, okay. Interesting. Like fog of war. I guess we will go to the abnormality first. Into the earth of sin. 48. You will... Sure. Actually, hold on. And... yeah, something closer to that.
총은 수지 타산에 맞게 한 발에 한 놈씩.
Oh yeah, about what expected. I really hope you're enjoying. I am. I am very much so. Ignore that. Well, I guess we are Flash with that. I mean, I suppose. Everything up and running. How are we doing? I guess we do have a pretty okay stockpile for now.
불가 위야 막아내지 못.
Something about the, I guess I want to call it like strike a pose identities. Do a cool pose at the end. They're the best. And just checking the glamour ID. That's a good way of putting it. I mean, honestly, we could be. When rating it at this point. I just want to make sure we get some wrath going. Even though the one thing Faust animations do throw me off a little bit, because sometimes they look like there's an extra hit. Well, there's not necessarily, which is not good for counting your rupture. Yeah, let's do... oh. Now we can do Into the Earth of Sin. No wisdom nor virtue can change the past and the future, and human connections and fate make strangers of neighbors. Welcome, candidates. Congratulations on making it to the basement. Did you know that there are far more opportunities down here to collect those coins you all want? In fact, there are so many opportunities that there's one right under your feet in that hole. Who will dare make the dark descent to claim the coins? The hole leads into the pitch-black darkness of the building ruins. We don't need to go down there to know that it's probably a pretty risky trek. We do need the coins, but this might be too big a risk to take. What if we get injured, or worse, killed? What should we do? This hole is mine, as me. I know! The hole... I mean, or worse killed, that, I mean, that doesn't super matter for us. Right? Let's jump. We need every single coin we can get to come in second place. Looks dangerous, but we have to take the risk. Who can we trust to descend and return safely? You're at 30, might as well, I suppose. I was thinking of sending a man without fear, but... No! Heathcliff runs past the other clans and begins to rapidly descend. Alright. Alright, looks like everyone's rushing ahead. Let's see which of the contestants managed to grab the coins. Then something large crumbles. We can only hear the contestants screaming. Did something go wrong down there? Just as I begin to worry, Canto crawls out of the hole alone. Heathcliff didn't return. We need to find their remains and turn the clock, so we hurriedly descend down the hole to look for Heathcliff's body.
아니, 나는 총 쏘는 놈이라니까 이런 거.
Deck failed. That could have gone better. We can try one more time since we have the time. Didn't change anything, did I? Just read. Yeah, that's all fine. Oh my god, there's no chance of winning, so I just do Sinclair. Oh no! I'll just clear. I know, just one. If it doesn't work again. I don't normally do it, but... Oh, actually...
느꼈다. 뜨자.
Listen, we're turning the clock. Just in a slightly different way. I'll just swap. That!
타겟 포착 1시간.
What did the same thing? This is love core more accurate. I mean, of all the characters, I do feel like Heathcliff is the funniest option. Oh, go Faust.
좋아. 잘하구만.
Edge would also do the same thing unless it's rain.
생각해보라고.
And here she goes. Do need you to... Sure.
자, 어느 쪽일지 잘 생각해보라고.
The gifts so far have been quite nice. I'm curious how the coins all work out in the end, because I mean, I guess story-wise it would make sense as we keep killing the other candidates. It wouldn't matter so much. In the end, it will just come down to the last candidates. Nicholas at 40. Jump. Thank you. Heathcliff runs past the other clans and begins to rapidly descend. Let's see. Just as we begin to worry, Heathcliff crawls out of the hole alone. The other cans didn't make it. We take the coins Heathcliff picked up from the hole and continue on. You never doubt going for the bullseye. 6!
자, 됐냐?
The select identity heals back to full SP.
좀 봐라.
That's funny when you're doing it with the unit that probably has the most SP. Okay, what do we have here? I think we're okay. Well, let's find out what we're up against. Okay, more of them. We found more of the condemned of the Hong Yuan in this room, who are in a similar state as the ones above. Draped around their necks were more coins.
이런 걸 구성한 새끼나 신나서 보는 새끼나 정신이 멀쩡한 놈들은 절대 아니야.
Is that our first F-bomb of the chapter?
이성이 제대로 남아있지도 않구려. 허면 이 벽에 남은 끔찍한 자욱의 정체는
Do I have K-Corp? I do. I was wondering, that's been my big question, is how for later fights, who do I want to bring? Because ideally we want someone that wouldn't mess with the resonance and is solid on their own and won't mess with the rupture stacking.
저들이 탈출을 소원하며 벽을 긁어댄 흔적으로 보이는구려.
실험당한 죄수를 데려다 놓지를 않았나. 아니, 애초에 사람을 그딴 실험에 마음대로 갖다 쓰는 것도.
도시에서는 흔한 일이지. 당장인 이놈 저택에서도 있었던 일이지 않나?
본인 이자들을 해쳐 동전을 약탈하는 것이 영 꺼림직하네.
I accept the advice, thank you. It's when I don't want to do like solo fights or do like the cheese options, but in this kind of thing, because they don't let you go back. I mean, at certain save points, they don't let you go back, which I was a little surprised of, because that's one thing that they changed. I think was it Canto 5? Yeah, it must have been Canto 5, because there was none in Canto 6. They changed that. You used to not be able to change your identities, but then I don't know what fight it was that's made them specifically want to change that. Canto 5 had a lot of people reset during the Ahab. It makes sense. It's one thing I did feel like, to go through an entire dungeon and not have the right unit, not being able to change your units without, I mean, being able to improvise based on what you pick, that's a fun option. But to be messed up because the game definitely does want you to use what the enemies are weak to. That's definitely an advantage, and even more so, I think, not use your main unit to be weak to the main thing. And you wanted Pierce in that dungeon. Young isn't really cheating. Yeah, that's I'm fine. I'm fine with a little bit. I want to do as much as I can myself, but I don't mind a little bit of, so I don't waste everybody's time as well.
이들은 아기를 가지고 우리에게 달려든다기보다는.
Don Quixote did not finish her sentence. We all knew what she wanted to say. These prisoners are not monsters, distortions, or even abnormalities. They're just people, exploited and experimented on by the great houses. Don Quixote now knows that the world is not as black and white as she used to think, but I doubt she could simply turn away from all this injustice without it leaving a bad taste in her mouth. How could she, when the prisoners and we were all treated like nothing but entertainment? For the spectators watching us from so high up, when all this was just to select the family hierarch. Okay, let's keep working on resources, mostly.
이러면 쏠 수 있겠지.
시야 확보. 쏜다.
그 삶에 마침표를.
Yeah.
예상 못했나 봐.
좋아. 순탄하구만.
Not that we even get that far, but
숨통 끊기.
용서해 주십시오.
Oh.
용서해 주십시오. 너무 무섭습니다. 제발 이대로 끝내주세요.
할머니, 이게 무슨 소리예요? 사람들이 울부짖는 소리가 들리는 거예요?
보가 아주 오래전에는 말이다. 사시가가 모두에 의해 군림하던 시절이 있었단다. 다른 가문들은 고개조차 똑바로 들지 못했어. 할아버님이 대관원을 거니는 날에는 모든 가마가 움직이지 않았고 그곳의 모든 시종은 오로지 그분이 지나가는 길만을 따라서 보필하였단다.
Oh, that's a good point. It is sort of reminiscent the way the censored in general, but the censored ego gift. We'll be streaming for a while. I think I'll go like for an hour or two and just sort of measure where we are. I definitely want to split this into another part. Delivery, it's a really good reference. Oh, this is... There's a lot I'm sensitive to, but yeah, human experimentation. I guess it just sort of feeds into I guess like medical horror. I don't like needles, so like medical horror just kind of does get me. The whole environment, body horror. I guess I'm sensitive to a lot of things, but I think they all sort of just feed into each other. I remember, I feel like on Twitter I saw people complaining that they didn't think Canto 7 was graphic enough.
누구도 그분의 말에 토를 달지 않았어. 할아버님의 명에 따라 홍원이 뒤바뀌었지. 하지만 저들은 마치 내게 은혜를 베풀어 준 것처럼 자애롭게 굴고 있으니 통탄스러울 뿐이구나. 자, 4번 개체의 반응은 어떻지?
각혈과 장기 손상이 일부 관찰됩니다. 피부도 17번 상태가 되어가고 있습니다.
그럼 3번 재료와 8번 재료를 절반씩 섞은 뒤 한 시즌을 건조시킨 후 2번 개체에 주입하도록. 이 과정을 마치고 나면 재료는 다시 무작위로 섞은 뒤 번호를 붙여야 한단다.
알겠습니다, 가모님. 13번째 흑수를 만드는 실험이라니. 저도 빨리 결과를 보고 싶군요.
이제 모든 재료의 뚜껑을 덮어 놓아라. 안대를 풀 것이니. 자, 눈을 뜨거라, 보호가.
하지만 저렇게 고통스럽게 울고 있는 소리가 들리는데요.
그래, 그러니까 떠야 하는 것이다.
용서해 주십시오. 용서해 주십시오.
무서워요, 할머니. 이런 거 보기 싫어요. 저 사람들이 너무 아파하고 있잖아요.
저들은 네게 해를 끼칠 수 있는 존재도 아니며 네가 무서워하든 슬퍼하든 앞으로도 쭉 고통받을 존재란다, 보호가.
There is something to be said about the importance, at least, of remembering atrocities so they can't happen again.
그러니 네가 할 일은 이들을 계속 바라보는 것이지.
but I'm not sure if that's Grandma's intention here.
하지만 전 보기 싫은걸요. 밖에서 대옥이랑 환이랑 놀고 싶어요.
보석은 올바른 장소에서 가만히 빛을 발해야 그 쓸모를 다하는 것이란다. 앞으로는 더욱 자주 오게 될 것이니 눈에 계속 담아두거라.
도련님, 무슨 일이세요?
실은.
왜 그렇게 안색이 창백해지셨어요?
She's not winning Grandparent of the Year. I was wondering, after the first part, because I mean, she's not like 100% a good character in the book, but she's pretty okay. She has her moments, but like every character in the book does. But yeah, I agree, that was not... So, I was interested, and we've like had the foreshadowing, with like Honglu's mentioned, it seemed like she was a very scary person, and then I was sort of interested to see a more like sort of neutral character from how she was sort of presented in the beginning. It's not totally unexpected, I think. I wonder if they could turn the theming around for Honglu. That it's certainly, I don't think, Grandma's intention, but we could turn it around into I have to witness it so it doesn't happen again. And someone else said, I'm surprised you can stomach Project Moon games. I mean, the two things for me is like, at the end of it, actually first playing... I couldn't play Lobotomy Corporation at the beginning. It took some time. I had to desensitize myself to it a little bit. Because that also has the like inherent sort of like experiment vibe. I found a lot of it. Those like early days, and you get like second warning. Forsaken Murder, I do think, is like one of the, for me personally, even though it's not like a highly rated abnormality, everything about the concept is really upsetting to me. But Project Moon, there's like the hope. What I really love about this series is there's always hope as a part of it. You face the fear and you're stronger, thank you. That helps me like balance it out. And the other thing about horror for me is which I realized like wasn't until I was an adult. Because I always had friends that were really into horror and I wasn't. Even if there are some like more horror-oriented franchises, like I guess like this and Umineko would be my exceptions. I guess When They Cry in general. It's like I get disturbed. It's not just the horror, I get disturbed. So it's not just like the scariness in the moment, it's the stuff that like I end up not being able to sleep later and it just like sits in my mind and I can't get it out of my head. That's where I have difficulty with horror. And why I generally try and stay away, because it's not just like seeing a movie and it's scary in the moment. For me, that it just like sticks with me. And LobCorp was like that in the beginning as well. Oh, White Knight was... Forsaken Murder, White Knight, any of the like body horror ones. But at least LobCorp, there's the art style. There's a bit of humor to LobCorp, which helps balance it. Repeated exposure to similar stimuli. I mean, desensitization. I mean, it is a form of therapy. It is. I mean, there's a lot of things I'm like sensitive to. I don't particularly like flying, so you get recommended to like you can watch like or listen to audio of just like airplane noises and stuff to get used to it. It is a thing. And it does help. I used to be deathly afraid of zombies until I played RE4 and learned you could just roundhouse kick them away. I think of all... My funny story about Resident Evil 4 is I remember... when I was younger, like running into screenshots of it terrified me. Just the vibe. And later on, coming back to it, I think because I was just like watching... probably super best friends, watching some of their playthroughs. And then realizing that RE4 is actually a very silly game, that helped. I don't know if I'd want to play it, because there's still the stress of shooting it. But I was not prepared for how silly that game could get. I mean, I'm better about horror than I like used to be, but I generally just don't engage. Outside of a few... it was the same thing, Caconia, when they cry. I was like, okay, I've done Lumi and Echo, I've done Higurashi. Let's up for the new one. I had to take a break from that. Because there's aspects. Okay, let's... sorry for people who just want to see the story. It's good for me to also calm myself down to chat, and I think they're interesting questions.
오늘은 대우가가씨랑 다완도련님이랑 연날리기 놀이를 하기로 했다면서요. 대우가가씨의 연이 도련님 걸 끊어내기라도 했어요? 수빈, 나 그곳에서 엄청 끔찍한 걸 보았어.
The other thing that's oh Nikki, any phobia is valid. And one shouldn't be... It's good to have humor about it, but one shouldn't be... One should never be ashamed. There's all sorts of things. What surprised me about this a little bit is... I think it was back when the Ruina ending changed. The director said that they wanted to avoid sort of... Because one of the things people are mad about with the ending was that we didn't learn how Lisa died. It's not something I needed details about. I think the implications were fine. I was happy to accept she probably died in the raid. Apparently people wanted to know that, and then they said about what the director said. He said, like, they wanted to avoid, like, showing children's deaths. So I always assumed they were kind of just avoiding... They would have avoided, like, childhood trauma. Like this. Why do you need to know how a child died to such detail? I think it was just people... There was just questions that people were curious about. Like maybe there was something extra going on. It was the same thing with like Bina's earring. People were sort of expecting to have those answers from Ruina. It was a big mix of things at that time, but I was like, I think we know like pretty much... We know there was only a handful of survivors from the lab. We don't need the details. But I guess then we have the puppeteer's kid.
사람들이 아파하면서 울부짖고 있었어. 그리고 막 도와달라고 하는데 아무도 안 도와주고 더 아프게 만들어. 그게 무슨 소리세요, 도련님? 사람들이 어디에 있다는 거예요? 할머니가 계속 나 데리고 가는 그 실험실 있잖아. 그곳은 공가의 새로운 환을 만드는 실험을 도와주러 가는 거였다면서요. 그런데 몰라. 새로운 흑수를 만든대. 중간에 계속 내 눈이 가려져서 나는 사람들이 우는 것만 보았어. 어떻게 그런 일이? 도련님, 이 이야기를 저 말고 또 누구에게 했어요? 수빈에게밖에 안 했는데 왜? 그럼 이제는 아무에게도 하셔서는 안 돼요. 알겠어요? 왜? 나는 무섭단 말이야. 더 이상 그곳에 가기 싫어. 도련님, 제가 더 도울 일이 있을지 알아볼게요. 그러니까 그때까지만.
지금 생각해 보면
As we know, I mean, we know how this ended. Like, Shiren's very different from the book, but I like how they're handling her.
스빈도 저처럼 무섭고 어떻게 해야 할지 몰랐을 거예요.
I mean, I would almost say this is effectively a different character, but I like her there. I mean, continually making her more and more tragic.
말한다고 바뀔 수 있는 건 아무것도 없었는데 안타깝게도 그때의 저는 깨닫지 못한 것이었죠.
지금 스비는
The Shiren in his memory was nothing like the Shiren we saw just a few hours ago. Honglu called it erosion.
스비는 저보다도 제 걱정을 많이 해주곤 했었어요. 그러다 그 근심이 너무 커져버린 나머지 아무것도 느끼지 않기로 결심했나 봐요. 아무래도 대관원에서 계속 살아가기에는 지금의 모습이 더 나을 수도 있을 테니까요.
저는 옛날 수빈의 모습이 그립습니다. 비록 그 모습을 그리워하는 건 저뿐인 것 같지만요. 13번째 흑수라는 것이 가무가 시행하고 있었던 본질적인 실험이었던 건가?
네.
Interesting, I wouldn't have expected the Heisho.
이전에 진행했던 실험은 일종의 눈속임이라고 하셨죠.
Actually be like the core here.
동시에 두 가지의 다른 환을 만들고 있었더라.
가모님은 대관원에서 따라올 자가 없을 정도로 환에 능통하신 분이니까요.
흑수를 만드는 환은 제조가 매우 까다롭고 그 방법도 엄격하게 관리되어 부회자가 함부로 알 수 없다 전해 들었습니다. 아무리 환의 제조에 능하고 공시가의 지원을 받는다 한들 새로운 흑수를 만드는 건 전혀 다른 차원의 문제였을 테죠. 애초에 가모님이 진정으로 만들고 싶었던 것이 13번째 흑수가 맞았을까요?
Coinage. Oh, deep claw marks. Gain clash power for 3 turns after substituting in. That's quite nice. I just pointed they're deviating from the book so much. I think the original story is a bit hard to adapt. I mean, that's certainly going to be a question to discuss. How's Jatsu do? 58. I mean, we're almost in 3rd place. I can't really answer anything yet. I mean, at first I'd say no. Not that they're deviating. I've never expected them to stick closely to the book. The more important thing to me, not even important. I mean, important thing to me is that I don't want to get too deep into it because, of course, we haven't gone into this, and I was sort of reading the discussions about this because a lot of people are like, you can't expect them to adapt things one-to-one, and of course not. Of course not. I'm not expecting that. And the core idea, I don't think they're trying to adapt the books, merely borrowing for them. Yeah, so the core idea of like a battle, like tournament arc, I actually really like as a way, because of course they're not going to adapt the plot. Of such a long book, or even the broad strokes of the plot, I don't think they can do. But when there's like so many family characters, I think this sort of tournament is a really fun way to do it. I think that the two things I would say is I'm missing some of the themes. And I'm missing some of the characters, and of course I don't expect them to adapt all of them. And part of it comes from just the fact that I did really love the book and doing all the research on it and exploring those themes. There's some themes I thought would just like work very well in Project Moon's world, but they haven't really... I've developed some pretty strong opinions after finishing part 2. I'm still gonna want to finish part 3 before we like dive deep into it. And I definitely saw some discourse, and I really don't want to to dig into that. I just have my own opinions. I'll spare my thoughts till part 3. Well, I'm looking forward to it. It will definitely be a thing to discuss. There's just like, I really wanted to see one of the characters I want to see the most was Xifeng, and when reading the book, I just kept thinking about how well you could just drop her into Project Moon's universe and she would just work, and I could imagine her being a really popular character. I guess we can jump into these as well. It's just gonna be the same sort of thing.
목표 위치로 돌격 중.
Yeah, and there's this whole thing about, as I talked about it, like hierarchy, is that I guess there's a little bit of it that hasn't really been, which I'd almost put like the core theme, because when I was making the presentation I called it like liberation. We'll have to see how that comes out, but part of the thing is that Honglu or Baoyu suffers from that as well. He's different. I mean, just from his demeanor, his personality, his interest makes him different. So he suffers from like these expectations as well. And I think so far the only real way it's been represented here is a bit of like Honglu's privilege. I saw a comment about Bao Chai.
아직 죽지 마라.
I need to see how things turn out with her. Because I know I saw some complaints about like Dayu as well, but that's example of a change that I find very compelling and I like. Oh, boss fight. Let's check these out though. Yeah, lots to happen, so I won't dig into it too much here. We enter the wall to find a condemned with a Hongyuan bound to the wall. In front of him are several punitive weapons like whips and batons. The man who sits before you is a prisoner of H Corp. He is a condemned who has committed a grave crime. Punish the condemned candidates and you'll be rewarded with coins. What should we do? We won't punish them. Refuse to play by their rules. Break the cycle. After a brief discussion with the sinners, I decide to end his suffering instead. Combat encounter. Sure.
있을 시간.
I think with Dayu's design, she does have like a really... Of all the characters, I do think she has
길 좀 막지 마.
one of the most like distinctive descriptions in the book.
그쪽 방향이 아닐 텐데.
그래서 비켜.
Like there's a lot of attention to her sort of appearance and her type of beauty as this like sort of willowy, ethereal.
타겟 포착. 한치.
KJ 배달 로봇 통제 컨셉 시작. 침착하게 코드를 분석하십시오.
But I mean, just looking at like how she's portrayed in like prints and illustrations, because she's so associated with flowers. She's also like illustrated in a certain way. I often, like, if you asked me to imagine how she looked beforehand, I would have like put her in pastels. But like as soon as we saw her and I saw like her hair and eyes, I clocked that they're probably going off of how her name is translated as blue black jade. Pick this up.
방송을 켜겠다.
길 좀 막지 마.
출루드리타 배달 모드 기동.
아직 죽지 마라.
그 삶에 마침표를! 사선이 비었어요.
공로 지원한다.
Is Blink Step one of the coolest skill ones? Or one of the best skill ones? Yeah. I was thinking, I mean, it has the weakness of skill run. It's not like the best class, sure, but it can still do damage. But it does take a bit of ramping up.
좋아, 잘하구만.
끝내지.
Stray dog still. Oh, they still have all the rentals. What? Oh, with Lasso, okay. Is it worth start bringing out K Honglu at this point, or can I keep holding on, working with? Actually, what is his HP at? Okay, 287. Yes, definitely. Could go on a little bit. Okay. I can keep holding off, thank you. Gonna stick with the original plan then. No, go away. I'd do Lasso if I wanted. But we have soda here. Uptype 4 soda. I think we're gonna stick with this for the oh, Hold on. Mustn't forget. Thank you with the AEDD. This time I'm not gonna look upon entry. The family, okay. Okay, let's see. Sixth member needed. Take. Remember their Hay show? It was Slash, so. Unless we feel like we'll need it, we'll leave Lantern behind.
필두 출진.
It's like a pool of blood. Remember when most of the Rupture team... Yeah. I didn't play Rupture that much. And in general. I mean, I had the team, I had Heathcliff, I did it. We noticed a group of people approaching us from a distance.
짤랑거리는 소리. 저자도 후보자인가 봐.
뭐가 저렇게 화가 난 거야? 멀리서도 얼굴이 푸르럭하는 게 보이네.
Indeed, despite the distance between us and the candidate, we could hear his irate tirade against his clan echoing between the walls of the hallway.
쓸모없는 것 같아. 아까 그 항아리에서 머리를 박고 3초만 더 버티고 있었다면 동전을 더 받을 수 있었을 텐데.
Look at that hair. It's like the Polnareff hair from LoveCorp.
더 이상 잡을 필요가 없는데 왜 손이 있지?
He is a nugget.
그리고 왜 내 머리는 여전히 목 위에 달려 있지?
정신이 완전히 나갔군. 이자는 버리고 간다. 아니다. 차라리 죽이는 게 이롭겠군. 다른 후보자들에게 우리 사정을 다 나불거리게 둘 수는 없을 테니.
경계심이 없는 애송이로군.
Welp.
누군가 했더니 가복이냐?
Oh, he's got the gradient hair. I like that. Green tips.
오랜만이야, 사정. 세가는 아직도 주름이 없이 건재하고 아직도 이곳에서 동전을 얻는 전략에 대해 깨닫지 못했나? 그게 뭘까? 적재적소에 활용하는 거다. 모르는 반 과감하게 밀어넣고 분리할 땐 두고 나오.
Things don't go your way. Use them to make your escape.
인적 자원은 이렇게 응용하는 거다. 병법서도 읽은 적이 없나?
I mean, to be fair, of all the teams, we're the ones that could like get away. Wait, we literally did that when we shoved Heathcliff into the hole.
그렇구나. 하기사 매일 방 안에 들어박혀서 유유자적하게 바깥바람이나 쐬고 있던 너에겐 영 익숙치 않나 보지. 사실 반대야. 오히려 너무 익숙하니까 별로 하고 싶지 않은걸? 편한 건 하나도 없이 재수가 없구나. 내게 동전이 몽땅 뺏긴 다음에도 같은 소리를 짓거릴 수 있는지 한번 보겠어.
Okay, let's adjust. Protection. These look to be the same. Charge rupture. Charge rupture, charge rupture. More charge rupture. Rhythm. 10% damage. Overload. That's veteran, swift, veteran. Okay. Oh, there's some unbreakable coins. Charge fist style face off. It's face off. Final power +1 for every 4 rupture on target. Gain +3 charge count, rupture. Roundhouse punch. Final power +1 for every 5 rupture. Seems 5 charge, gain final power +1. At 5 to 9 charge count, gain 2 times 13 minus current charge count rupture potency. To raise charge count by 10 once per turn, gain +5 charge count, gain +5 charge count. Like 3 rupture. To charge. Oh, at 2+ charge. Okay. Charge fist out. Destroy. I'm very curious seeing the charged IDs because that's sort of been like the status I've been most curious about now, how they're gonna handle. Because I feel like, I mean, the charge team's still fine, but it does feel like it's gonna need a mix-up at a certain point. It's funny to think, it's an interesting, like, of all the status, like, histories, it's quite interesting to me, because charge was the big damage one, and now all the other archetypes can kind of do the same big nuke thing. The big nuke for charging up, and now charge is consistent. I did for like hard mirror dungeon. It is one of the ones I'd recommend just because like the skill 3s can clash really well consistently. Charge stills rip space, and given that it's rip space, I'd imagine they're gonna start struggling against envy resistance. Human bleed is charge. So I'm wondering if we're gonna get like some sort of like making it so it's like the potency and count, I think was a good change. We'll just sort of have to see how it develops. Excuse me, just finishing my tea. Clash loose, deal 80% less damage. Damage dealt by the skill cannot stagger. Unbreakable charge count. Oh, Omen Talisman. 10+ charge count, inflict charge count. Rupture count. +5 charge count. Remove all Omen Talisman. Charge count. Consume all Omen Talisman. Conditions unmet. Turn start. This unit has That's how you use your human resources. Turn start, if this unit has 50% or less HP, sacrifice a random Sith family mercenary to heal 10% of this unit's HP plus 50% of the sacrifice unit's HP. Heal 25 SP and recover from stagger once per turn. Panic recovery, fix panic. Counter ends when we get him. 5% damage for every 6. Rupture on target, max 10%. Severe overload. Charge circuitry countercurrent. It's the mountain of corpses. And then, yeah, all this slash stuff. Oh, Faust, you got a skill 3. Let's build it up. Let's see if we can build it up a little bit. How do we feel? Not fast enough. Favored. Okay. Is that going? Dawn could probably take a little bit of that. We'll just set up for next turn. I mean, I don't think this fight needs quite that much preparation, but get all that ready. Our counter. Would it be better to? I think we will take the. Maybe. Okay, let's give it one turn, and then maybe we'll see if we need it.
자, 어느 쪽일지 잘 생각해보라고.
Bonk, bonk. Oh, I do like those little sound effects. Thank you, Faust. Oh yeah, there is a discard.
그쪽 방향이 아닐 텐데.
Okay, we can now start putting a bit of work. Yeah. Sure, that's fine. Let's... Go ahead. You resist that. Not a clashable, that's fine. Double checking. Okay, yeah, that's clash win, and then we have the haste.
길 좀 막지 마.
Bonk. Thank you, Faust.
불쌍하게 울고지는
Almost there. Oh yeah, there's the assist guard going off with the skill.
움직임이 어설퍼요.
Was that fun? Neutral. Well, we'll outspeed you. You're going down. $59. Peach Blossom Cola. Oh, that sounds nice. I mean, not that this super matters. I mean, that's not double slotting. That was just Faust on one. I mean, I know we have like extra units here. Explode. I mean, coming back to it.
야, 이거 횡재인데?
That's a big fish. Coming back to it, I have to say. I mean, it's hard to imagine anything. Dawn's new ego, Battle Pass ego. Like replacing Rupture. I mean, we'll have to see what if Sinclair's makes it worth fielding him at some point, but I was hoping it would help a little bit more. Particularly for a Hey.
이 동전 좋은 데 쓸게요.
내 동전을 고작 저런 놈에게.
Feels like third part of a Canto. One of my favorite memes that like came out of Canto 6 was the like Tintin meme. Like, man, what a Canto. Heathcliff, it's part 2.
난 기권을 하겠어.
사씨 가문의 후보자가 기권을 신청했습니다. 참, 기권할 당시 보유한 동전의 수가 추후 순위에 반영될 예정입니다.
뭐? 그런 게 어딨어? 그런 규칙은 없었잖아.
탈락자가 너무 많아져서 10명 아래로 떨어질 수도 있으니 기준이 필요한 것일 테죠.
기절이라도 시킬 걸 그랬군. 약삭 빠른 놈 같으니.
어제 죄송해요. 더 잘해야 했는데.
돌성사납게 징징거리지 마라.
돌성사나와 오라버니. 요새 안 그래도 줄곧 울상이더니 이젠 아예 얼굴에 울음을 달고 있잖아.
I know we defeated him, but I still feel like spacing out in the middle of a tournament arc might not be the best plan.
대체 무슨 일이 있었던 거야? 나 이유 알아. 어떻게 알아? 어제 대웅 누나한테 활놀이에서 져서 그래. 그러니까 오늘은 누나가 좀 봐줘. 안 돼. 봐주는 건 없어. 난 이제 가볼게. 할머니가 곧 찾으실 거야.
Everyone is really polite about the flashbacks. I want to see the fan art. I'm sure there's the fan art of the collective space out.
좋겠다. 내가 만약 보호형이었다면 그 실험을 직접 볼 수 있는 걸 엄청 영광으로 여겼을 텐데.
Oh dear.
할머니, 이 실험이요. 정말 새로운 흙수를 만드는 실험이 맞나요?
웬일로 네가 의미 있는 질문을 하는구나.
Was it illegal to interrupt someone mid-monologuing or flashback? I mean, I guess it does. I mean, given the tournament rules, I would not be surprised.
이야기를 들었어요. 흙수를 만드는 화는 그 흙수의 선임께서만 제조법을 알고 설령 가두더라도 알 수 없다고.
It's a head to the. It's important for the human condition.
그래, 처음부터 13번째 흙수를 만드는 것은 불가능했단다. 조금만 찬찬히 생각해보면 모두가 알았을 것이다.
Always a failure. I suppose the cat girl and catboy Heisho would have been too powerful.
그들은 나를 의심 한 점 없이 믿어버리고 말더구나. 공시가를 꿰어낸 것은 나였지만 그들의 판단력을 흐려지게 한 것은 마음속에 내치지 못한 탐욕이겠지. 어리석구나. 고단한 희생을 치를 생각 없이 고작 이런 쉬운 길로 새로운 흙수를 얻어낼 수 있다 여기다니.
Formless. That's such a good word. I feel like only villains would use that word.
그러면 처음부터 만들지 못할 걸. 왜 이렇게까지 하시는 거예요?
뭐가? 저들은 한낱 빌려온 곳에 불과한 권세를 성렴한 공덕으로 얻은 것 마냥 방자하게 굴고 있단다. 궁원은 본래 저런 자들이 함부로 해집을 수 있는 곳이 아니었지. 본래 주인이 될 자에게 내어줄 마음이 없다면 네, 직접 이룩할 것이다.
할머니, 저는 무서워요. 이런 장면 보기 싫어요. 도와주세요.
오가, 이 경건한 계획에서 너는 반드시 필요한 보물이다. 그러니 마음을 미혹시키는 세간의 중생들에게는 입을 함부로 놀리지 않는 편이 좋단다. 수비는 어렸을 때부터 총명한 아이였지. 하지만 사리에는 박진 못했던 것 같구나.
그게 무슨...
차라리 이 편이 네게는 더 도움이 될 터이니.
오셨습니까, 도련님?
I mean, that's... The... People saying that, like, they're doing this for his own good is something that sort of repeats throughout the book.
수빈! 다행이다. 나는 할머니가 그런 말씀을 하셔서... 그래서... 도련님... 수빈... 무슨 일이 있었어? 흑수가 제게 왔습니다. 저의 주제넘은 행동으로 인하여 매질을 받고 머리가 베어졌습니다. 뭐라고? 다행히 사모님의 은혜 덕에 원상복구가 되었으니 신경 쓰지 않으셔도 됩니다. 떨고 계시는군요. 차를 내어드릴까요? 빈, 나 무서워. 오늘도 계속... 어쩔 수 없습니다, 도련님. 그러면 나는 어떻게 해야 해? 그저 바라만 보고 계시는 것이 제일 현명하겠지요. 도련님, 이제 선인들께 문안 인사를 갈 시간입니다. 머리는 단정히, 옷까지만 가지런히, 제비는 경건히 하고 다녀오세요. 그래.
용서해 주세요. 용서해 주세요.
Okay. I was just interested in, I should have pointed out in that shot as well, just the highlight gone in only one eye.
다시는 죄를 짓지 않겠습니다. 다시는 남의 방을 탐내지 않겠습니다. 다시는 남의 음식을 탐내지 않겠습니다. 다시는 남의 목을 탐내지 않겠습니다.
있잖아, 오라버니. 대체 무슨 일이 있었냐고. 말해봐. 만약 비밀이라면 귓속말을 해도 좋으니까.
야.
아무것도 아니야. 대호. 여전히 사람들이 떨어진다.
Phew. Jumping into another one. I assume we're gonna go... Again, I'm just keeping an eye on the time and finishing. Are we gonna go all the way around and then to the middle? My assumption. Then, oh, round and round we go. Okay. So still plenty to go. So when you leave off, I want to leave off... Not all the way. Okay. I want to leave off... With enough time for an episode tomorrow. 66. Oh, wow. Let's stick with what we have. She did in the book again. When I bring it up, I just find it interesting. Yeah, longest stream next time. We don't need like a longest one. Well, maybe I'll do like the next fight and keep an eye on the time. Yeah, I'm not planning to finish this stream. Shaden. No, I like what they're. I like this character. Like, she fits the role here. If you asked me to predict what kind of character she was gonna be just from reading the book, my thought, cause she's in the book, she's around the same age as Balyu, and Balyu sort of has like two main. She's the main servant, and then there's another one who like fulfills an important role, and they're both sort of treated as parallels to Dayu and Baochai. So Shiden's actually the parallel to Baochai in this case. So my thought for her, and she's and also this is for your own. They love each other. They really love each other. But because of that, she tends to be like, this is for you need to study because it's for your own good, even if he doesn't enjoy it. And is willing to like go behind his back a little bit if it's the right thing for his future. So I wondered if she was gonna be. I didn't think they were gonna do like Nelly again. I wondered, as in like a betrayer. But I was imagining like a Nelly type character who hangs around with us for a lot of it and is an ally. And then if we were in a tournament and maybe we spared somebody, she would come in and not let us and make the final blow and like kill a contestant because it's for Honglu's own good in this case. And like that would push us to win the tournament, for instance. That was sort of my idea based on reading the book. I like what they're doing here. Yep. E5, a bunch of them. I think we'll stick with what we were doing.
필두 출진.
그래도
Expect someone to join Herman. My guess was Shifang.
그래도 말을 해주시지 그랬어요. 오라버.
스빈 말고도
Sorry. Let's hear that.
주위에 많은 사람들이
That's his way of protecting her.
그래도 말을 해주시지 그랬어요. 오라버니.
나를 두고 점점 달라져 갔지. 하지만 어느 순간부터는 스빈이 더 이상 나를 걱정하지 않아 하는 것이 내심 다행이었어. 너에게 말을 한다고 바뀌는 건 하나 없었을 거야. 오히려 할머니의 보이지 않는 그림자들만 너에게 뻗어나갔겠지. 그러면 너는 흐릿한 눈을 하고 웃는 법을 잊어버린 채로 나와는 더 이상 대련을 하지 않았겠지?
저는
Oh. Hi, friend. The loud voice sounded so elated that it might as well have been ecstatic. My fan was a character I wasn't sure was actually gonna show up. I have to say I'm delighted seeing all the fan art of him. Fan favorite, I know.
영케도 잘 숨어 있었네.
설반 형님이군요. 저를 찾고 계셨나요?
맞아. 보차가 너를 찾기 전에 내가 먼저 너를 죽여버리려고.
홍루가 정말 여러모로 인기가 많았네.
Rhodia muttered, clearly taken aback.
그런데 저를 왜 찾으셨나요, 형님? 저는 동전도 많이 못 모은걸요?
Honglu replies with a smile.
너의 존재가 그 이유지, 보가. 우리들은 맨날 죽을 고비를 넘기면서, 아니, 몇 번은 이미 죽긴 했지만 너는 단지 운 좋게 태어나서 집안 어르신들의 예쁨을 받으며 편하게 살아왔잖아. 그대로 다른 둥지들이나 전전하면서 뺀질거리며 살 것이지. 굳이 이곳까지 기어들어온 이유는 발버둥 치는 우리를 눈앞에서 생생히 구경이라도 하고 싶었던 거니? 어? 보가, 가모님께 한 번만 말씀드려줘.
Baby.
그래도 너랑 나는 보차랑 같이 놀았던 종이라도 있잖아. 아니면 너를 아껴주는 손인데 그분들께라도. 이렇게 빌게. 난 싸움 같은 거 싫어. 너처럼 그냥 조용하고 평화롭게만 살고 싶었단 말이야.
Stray dog, I think I could have you. I need a emotional support dog. There we go.
형, 내가 해줄 수 있는 건 없어.
Pan just wants a quiet life.
제발, 보가.
돌아가, 형. 알잖아. 이곳은 어두워질수록 더 위험해지니까.
아무리 그 생글생글거리는 꼬락서니로 사람 좋은 척 해봐도 나는 네 본연의 모습을 알아. 결국 너도 다른 사람 따위 안중에도 없는 가증스러운 가시가의 일원이지. 그게 도저히 참을 수 없더라고. 우리랑은 섞일 가치도 없다는 듯 고고한 척, 자비로운 척. 나는 널 순순히 탈락을 시켜줄 마음도 없어. 다시는 우리 눈에 띄지 못하도록 그 머리통까지.
That's a face. I wish I could make that a face. I like to think Sui Pan was just ranting during that whole flashback. Oh, absolutely.
있죠. 설반 형님. 만약 그 이쁨 받는 것을 정말 운이라고 부를 수 있고 누군가에게 넘겨줄 수 있었다면 저는 망설임 없이 그걸 형님에게 넘겨주었을 거예요. 그렇게 할 수 없는 것이 안타깝네요.
뭐? 지금까지 나는 몇 번을 죽을 뻔하다 살아났어. 아니, 이미 몇 번 목이 떨어져 나가기도 했었는데 3번인가? 4번인가? 내가 여기까지 어떻게 살아남았는데 네가 그딴 소리를. 임대호. 어리석구나, 가복. 저 아이는 우리 가문 세가의 사람이다. 어차피 보차는 저놈만 보면 정신을 못 차릴 테니 나라도 너를 적재적소에 활용해야겠지. 우리 어머니가 길가에 나앉을 뻔한 너를 받아준 은혜를 갚을 시간이다.
I think that's kind of interesting. Bao Chai's mother. It does. She does like. It's in a nice way. Doesn't like adopt Dayu, but does, because Dayu has this big like loneliness thing. Doesn't have any family. Does sort of like let Dayu treat her like a mother. They have a really nice relationship.
너 우리 가문에 온 뒤로 활약도 제대로 못해서 지금껏 입지도 약하지 않느냐. 이번 가주 대전에서 공을 세우면 너와 네 가문 모두 입신양명할 수 있도록 내가 힘을 쏟아주지.
나의 것이 되지 못한다면 차라리 보이지 않는 편이 이롭다. 설씨가에서 끝없이 들어온 말이었습니다. 허나 가지지 못하는 것은 놓아주십시오. 그것이 대권원에서 마음을 다잡고 버텨낼 수 있는 길입니다.
가소롭다, 가소로워! 고작 호위 따위가 내게 대관원을 논하다니!
아니, 저는 당신보다 대권원에 대해 잘 알고 있습니다. 그리하여 진심을 다해 충고드릴 수 있는 것입니다.
Hey, it has been Jar Monster Soipan. Checking. Oh, Dayu! There she is! Oh, what do you have? Weakness thrust. I always... This happened when, Sichan... in the last Canto. I just focus on the enemies and the field. Weakness thrust, 3 types of negative effects, base power +1, poise count, on an opposed attack, inflict rupture, 30% damage on critical hit. A level 57. Okay, catching breath, we'll get that in a second. 30% damage, critical hit, inflict 2 rupture. Dual blade substitution thrust. Combat start, gain 1 protection. Target is 3+ negative effects, coin power +1. Gain 3 poise potency, rupture count, poise count, 50% damage, inflict 3 for rupture. Can we have this kit? Aiding strike. Coin power, poise count, poise potency, rupture count, rupture. This is not gonna like destroy a rupture count. Defend, clashable guard, unbreakable coin. Remove one random removable negative effect applied to self. Heal 10 SB. Gain 2 protective stance. I only extends duration. Return, but just by one at turn end. In the following effects next turn. Protection, aggro. Oh, interesting. Paired assault. When an ally deals damage by striking an enemy, use the skill weakness thrust as an unopposed attack after that ally's attack ends. 2 times per turn. Okay, so that's a skill 1. Aiding stab. When an enemy attacks another ally and the allied unit has less than 25% HP after the attack, use the skill aiding strike as an unopposed attack against the attacker once per count. Oh, I really like this kit. Siphoning fulfillment. Gain 1 defense level up. Next turn for every 3 poise on self. Morale boost. Oh, interesting. On kill, heal 10 SP for 2 seconds with the least SP. And what's your panic type? Catching breath. No morale. Defense level up. Lose 2 poise potency. Defense level up. Lose 5 poise potency. Oh, I like this kit. One thing I really like about her design, I like that just that little, it's a little thing, but just that little curl of hair at the end. And Dayu. Let's start... Well, let's actually... anything... Monster of the Gore... from the Gorged and Devoured Jar of Loneliness. Pot of Greed. Plus rupture, coin power +1, rupture bleed, writhing in loneliness. That's an icky skill. Base power, rupture, bleed and rupture. Draw 2 cards. Reverse Ahab, I like that. Breakable, unbreakable. Max 40, 5 bleed count. Off-mark curse. When this unit is staggered, eliminate the rupture potency. Oh, they hit the last. Curse Spirit Jar on hit. I mean, it's not Pot of Greed. This universe full of the prescript. Defense level down as always. Oh, right, poison. Zweipan, what do you have? Wrath, Gloom. Weaklings. 2 damage up to the fastest ally. Gain +2 rupture count. Gain with +3 rupture. Haste to slowest ally. Bind. Dolt. Fragile. I'm gonna kill you. Straightforward. If target has 3+ negative effects, base power +1. Coin power +1 for every 6 rupture on target. Gain 1 fragile. Unbreakable coin. 2+ rupture count. Deal 5 SP damage. Coin lose gain. On unbreakable. 5 SP. Final power. Hate. Final power +2 and clash against Honglu. Okay, we'll be careful of that. Offense level up equal to number of jars defeated in this encounter. Max 5. Turning the pain, deal 1% damage for every 1% missing HP on self, max 50. Damage taken. Hit during combat phase. 10% damage for the turn. Hit during combat phase on Clash 1. 20% more damage. Panic recovery. Fix panic. Counter ends. Okay. Charge order. Gain 1 fragile. Apply damage. Okay. Think. Where are you? You're I will. You can take that. Struggling. Who wants to? How do we feel about? Rather get your SP up first. Who? You're doubly weak. Everyone has the blunt weakness there. I want to get the rupture on you. I mean, we won't be getting the talisman immediately, but these skill options. Struggling. Anybody have Clash to lose, gain 1 fragile. Yeah. Get that going, it'll be useful. And do we know anything about? Okay, weak. Okay. Control. $13, I think we'll go for it. Now I'll try and take over some of these. Taking that. Too fast. Who do we? You will take that one. We'll leave you. Do a one-sided. Yeah, this goes. Oh, look at that. almost did it. Go Dayu. I'll go Rhodia.
모든 결과들은 하우스트가 알아.
Got one stagger. Alright, it's up type 4.
자,
I shouldn't be skipping this.
만선이에요.
Oh, cool effect. Now we have jump in. How's that work? Heal 58 SP. If target has 3 plus negative effects, base power plus 1. One jar with the least current HP uses the skill Leaping Crack Jar at the target. Ignores stagger. Unbreakable after, so that's after attack. Wild digging. Wild scratching. So where's she? We'll just let her handle what she wants. We'll get... I'd like your... Would be nice to have. We do that one. $33. Okay, that's okay. I want to get Faust a little bit more, and then we'll jump into Thoracalgia. 53, who's... Okay, you'll just... I guess we'll unopposed on somebody. Jump in. Okay, who wants to take the jump in? Struggling. Can do that. Oh yeah, Ebony Stem, good point. I have been forgetting that. Might as well. We do have the resources. We'll take that one. Okay, Blink Steps going there. We'll keep that Clash. Rhodia, maybe we'll swap you actually. That is looking okay. Dominating Favored, Power Counter. And we'll just hold off for Talisman for a moment. Oh. Want to get down the Frey Dog? Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the emotional support. The doggy. Just for the rupture fights that I've been practicing with, that when I use her for like thread excavation, it never lasts long enough to use them. Okay, good job, Faust. There goes the rupture camp, that's okay. Kaboom! Actually, I didn't even... Wave. Okay, I was wondering. I assume you have like a summon new one. Let's watch a spectacle. Summon 2 jars next turn. Okay. Faust. Oh, there's a... Okay. Maybe next turn then. Let's... Oh, you have paralysis. Okay, that's okay. Leave it for... I mean, how's our HP doing? We're all fine. 212, oh, Rhodia's got it. Gonna be... Rhodia could heal. I mean, she's not gonna heal Faust, though. Be better if Rhodia had a better skill to do that, though. That's okay. Let's get this out at least. I don't think we really want to clash with a lot of these. I mean, while we're here, honestly, at least get this started. Rather you be able to trigger, but that's okay. Control favored. How's your... I'd like your poise a little bit higher, honestly. Okay.
길 좀 막지 마.
숨통 끊기.
Ouch.
처음으로 숨통이 튀었던 순간을 기억하리라.
Hate that noise.
지금이군요.
Well, it's close to a stagger anyway.
시간 끌지 말고.
그 상대 마침표를 마무리를 엿보시죠.
Thank you, Heath.
깔끔하게 물었군.
Okay, that was pretty straightforward. Probably overthinking. I mean, I know I was overthinking a lot of those moves. Oh, sorry. I hit the mug when putting my water bottle down.
아니, 어차피 가츄 그놈이 공시가의 복수를 위해 너를 찾아가겠지.
Those fights go really fast with Mound, full stop. I mean, I'm sure you could do it like even... They don't have a lot of HP, so imagine if you do get the proper talisman off. You could do it even in like 2 turns.
나는 알고 있어, 가보. 사실 공시 가문이 멸한 건 교묘한 계략에 보기 좋게 걸려들었기 때문이라는 걸. 가져도 만족해하지 않는 대관원 놈들.
혓바닥이 길군. 모든 패배자들이 그랬듯이.
패배자? 나는 패배자가 아니었어. 단 한 번도 그런
대요. 왜 우리를 도와준 거니?
엄밀하게 말해 반도련님이 아닌 보차 아가씨가 제 주인이기 때문입니다.
You done it 4 times before, you'll be fine.
도련님의 말이 틀렸다고 말해주고 싶었습니다. 보고라보니
His ability in the book to like just keep making the situation, particularly his own worse, is quite remarkable.
아무리 흑수들이 깊숙이 대관원에 스며들어 있다고 한들 오라버니의 모든 말과 행동을 알 수 있는 건 아닐 겁니다. 근데 가모님은 어떻게 오라버니의 모든 것을 다 알고 계셨던 건가요?
She's seeing through the eye. Once again, Honglu did not reply.
이건 내가 직접 제조하고 있는 환이라네.
Oh dear.
자네의 남편 덕에 만들 수 있었던 거야. 내게 많은 지원을 해주었지. 자네를 놀래게 해준다며 비밀로 두라 하였으니 모른 척하고 있게.
하지만 이렇게 귀한 걸 제가 받아도 되는 것입니까?
I can see where this is going.
귀한 것이기에 자네에게 주는 것이지. 장차 태어나게 될 아이도 공시가를 이끌고 누구보다 귀하게 자랄 아이가 아닌가.
가모, 저는 이 아이에게는 지금과 다른 홍원을 보여주고 싶습니다. 가모님처럼 환경에 굴하지 않고 떳떳하게 올라갈 수 있는 홍원 말입니다.
그대의 행동 거지가 빚은 업에 따라 뱃속의 아이가 들어서는 법이니 보고 듣고 취하는 것들이 귀하면 자연스레 태어나는 아이도 귀하게 나올 것이다.
조금 더 욕심을 부린다면 가모님의 영특함을 조금이나마 닮으면 좋겠군요. 보가, 우리 가문의 보서가.
복이 왔느냐?
너를 오매불망 기다리고 있었단다. 가모님, 이제 한 달도 채 남지 않았습니다.
진행은 순조롭다. 올바른 결과를 얻을 수 있을 게야.
결과에는 의심한 점 없습니다. 하지만 부디 용서하십시오. 무례한 말이지만 가모님이 원하는 게 무엇인지 저도 윤곽에 잡혀갑니다. 저는 모든 배합 장면을 이미 보았습니다, 가모님.
Please be careful with your words.
그게 무슨 뜻인지 가모님은 아시지 않습니까?
대관원을 잊은 것이냐? 네가 내게 충성하는 것은 곧 대관원에 충성하는 것과 같을 터. 가주인 내가 너의 후일을 모른 척할 거라 생각하느냐?
하지만 알겠습니다, 가모님.
아니, 이미 마음은 미혹에 빠졌군. 저자도 얼마 남지 않았어.
할머니, 저는 할머니가 제일 아끼는 보물이죠.
그렇단다, 보호가.
그럼 말씀해 주세요. 한 달 후에는 이곳에서 무슨 일이 일어나는 건가요?
보호가 부끄러움도 모르고 오만하게 구는 그 가문을 단 한치의 자비도 없이 패가망신시키는 가장 확실한 방법이 무엇인 줄 아느냐?
You know which part of the body one must use to bring down the shameless and prideful yet mighty family. You know what shall allow one to exact utter ruin, devastation, and humiliation to such a house.
머리를 쓰는 거라.
It's the head.
위험이 따르긴 하지만 그만큼 가치가 있지. 머리는 무엇보다 철저하니까 말이다.
수빈, 나 이제 어떡하지? 이젠 옛날처럼 무슨 일이 있었냐고 묻지도 않네. 제게 물어보아도 달라지는 것은 없습니다, 도련님. 앞으로 엄청 무서운 일이 일어날 건데 나는 어떻게 해야 할까? 이곳에서 일어나는 많은 일에는 옳고 그름을 따질 필요가 없습니다. 차를 내어올까요, 도련님?
Eat coins. Maybe just finish up with these fights and then we'll save the rest for tomorrow. I assume there'll be another... Looks like it's another boss. We'll wait. We'll do these and get to that and then we'll finish. But how? 80. Oh, here we go. Yao Bao Yu. I guess that must be Bao Chai. This would be a Oh, chat. Who is the devil on my shoulder and who is the angel? Let's... keep gambling. I was just gonna... We'll get up to there and then finish, or whenever the next story segment is. We'll just do these. Next advice is a good stopping point. I was gonna finish right before the next boss, I think is the thought. Ooh. Keep the wrath going. We get to do a tenfold. I think I did okay with the last one. Well, they're still around. How are we doing? Just wanna get some math if we can. I mean, we're talking about like glamour poses. Greg's got a good one there. No spoilers, but do you think we'll get like we'll change things up and we'll get like a week 3 ID rather as opposed to them normally saving it? I don't know if there's a obvious candidate. I mean, obvious candidate for ID. It would be nice. I hope it's hard to tell. That's what I assumed. I mean, we'll find out soon enough. Okay, there's the save point. Okay, so let's just see what's in here. We enter a new room with a collection of jars at its center. I wonder if there's Wei Pan's jars he didn't get to use. I notice one of the jars is cracked open. There's a sound coming from within. Maybe someone's trapped in there, but I don't know if it's a good idea to fiddle with these things. What should we do? If somebody's in there, we gotta rescue them. Or there'll be a fight. We carefully approach the jar to inspect what's inside. A potent, ominous energy is seeping from the opening. The closer we get, the louder becomes the eldritch noise crawling out from the depths of the jar. Who will appear? Oh, didn't notice you got very bonked. Gregor looks into the jar. Try to figure out how to vocalize this. Gregor begins to babble incomprehensibly. I don't think there was a person inside the jar, which is good, but Whatever it is, looking at it for too long is clearly dangerous. With some effort, we managed to peel Gregor away from the jar. Gregor is holding an old, tattered scroll. It might prove to be useful in the coming battle, so I decided to take it with us. A cursed codex artifact obtained. He'll back to full speed. But he's already max. Every identity on the field loses 5. Okay, just first turn. Gluttony power up, 1 gluttony damage. That's fine. Okay, no story. Okay, we'll get to there and then finish at that save point.
늦겠다. 뛰자.
It's more annoying for just like the first turn. But we do get the power up to compensate in that exact instance. Oh, hello. It's still my favorite of the Hecatilla designs. You have fun with that, don't you? Neutral. Go ahead. Well, I'll do the dominating. Do that instead. Just be a little careful with Ryoshu. I didn't notice her getting quite so bonked.
길 좀 막지 마.
And much like the sloth one, for its strong resemblance to my favorite character in Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream, the wall. Zaypan Sinclair. But could he? I mean, if there's someone to defeat the curse of Talus Claire. Could quite possibly be him. Really. Defeat Tal's got another Sinclair, I know. I mean, can we think of any way to unseat Tal's Claire? 'Cause I mean, it's just so much potency so easily. Although with how Bleed like developed during the last season, one thing I said at some point was I don't mind just making Rupture powerful at this point, because Bleed's also true damage. At this point I'm kind of like, let's just roll with it. I mean, of course, Bleed's more inconsistent because it depends on coin rolls, but hello. Oh, let's just do this, and then we'll finish. I assume that'll be locked off, and then we'll go to save point and finish. Make an even better potency applier. I mean, that is the only way. I can't I mean, then he'd also need... Hello. What are you guys doing here? Then the thing is, he needs the idea to go with it, and we don't really have that much. Okay, good job, Otis. I think I mentioned it. I can't remember how much I wanted to say more about what they're gonna do with Tremor, because like it's better, but now I feel like reverb is... There's not much of a reason to not go for reverb, and I don't think that's great for it either. Yes, thank you, Polu. Okay, thank you for the coin. That's a lot of damage. I guess that's one way to help with damage. Lingering breeze at the fingertips. Let's just save here before we go into that. Save progress and return. So I'm very curious how... What did I get? Oh, that must be defeat 100. Yeah. Just a few more runs and then we'll get the... Then I'll prep a run to collect the 20. Then we should be good. I have to check my VOD. I want to see where the like claim all button is and how to click out of it without looking, because I really don't want to see the final banner, for instance. But I want to be able to collect the ego. I don't want to see the banners. I don't want to see just the decorative stuff. I mean, it wasn't majorly spoilery, but it's still something for like Canto 7, but still be something I didn't want to see. There they are. Yeah. I have to say, for like the decorations, I want to believe that... Is this the call for today? Yes. But I'll do a little bit of housekeeping in one sec. I want to believe that we'll get like the H-Corp with the chair. I think that would be a fun decoration that people would like. I just want something pretty and flowery like this. So when reading the book, this was almost, I mean, maybe not the blood, but sort of ethereal and flower petals. That was sort of the exact aesthetic I imagined for the Canto. And if there's like a final boss or one of the boss arenas, it would be something flower petally. Oh, we haven't run into Sichun. Okay, so we'll do the rest of it tomorrow. Second, I thought you were talking about a charity. That would be, yeah. Let's just drop the Arbiter ID. Virgil chair. That's a good one. So the thing about tomorrow is I don't know. I have work stuff and I don't know exactly when I'll be finished. So I'll make a tentative time, but it might like move last minute when I have a better idea of how things are going. So I can't give an exact, but sometime around like within an hour of where I started today's stream, if that is my hope. That makes sense. I think basing it on, because I don't know what time zones everyone's in. And then we'll just go to the end. But I'll leave a note on the stream as well. I'll put the thumbnail up right when we're finished. I guess Swaypan would be the thumbnail for this one when I change them. But good work, everybody. Thank you all for the fun discussions as well. I like the. Obviously, all the bonkers stuff doesn't happen till like the end of part 2, but I have to say it's one of the like, in terms of design, and pacing, probably one of the strongest. I never be able to. I always have to sit on them before I really make those things. But I love the mix up with a dungeon at a different point. I know people were having sort of like mixed feelings. The fights are balanced and diverse. I like them too. Nothing's been bonkers yet. Although of course I don't know how things have been nerfed, but I am doing they have been. Wish you a good day. Thank you. You too. I hope everybody's doing well. Thank you all for joining me. As always, I super appreciate getting to share this with everybody. I hope we could maybe we could all learn something together from the commentary and have fun. Show off Faust. So yes, I hope everybody has a good rest of their day, good some of tomorrow, and I will see you again very soon, alright? Thank you everybody, bye bye.